I mean, who am I kidding? They're both Harbor Freight, but I'd rather put the big Mac Daddy.
I hate fucking jack stands. Ah! This is stupid. This is taking me way too long to get out from under this car. Ah! Someone help.
It's paradise with a nasty bite out. In the dead of the night, teardrops on the floor. The pain is over, feel the darkness take control.
What's up, guys? Back with another video. Today we're putting a new shifter in his car, in Andy's car, and you'll probably see, I'm just gonna say it now, you'll probably see there's some new interior in there. We didn't get a chance to record any of that. We had a guy he talked to online in a forum come out, and we switched out the seats because he had like the peanut buttery looking color ones, and he wanted some blacked out because he's going for the blacked out look. But yeah, we got that taken care of. So at the end of the video, I'm sure we'll show more in depth what it looks like and all that. But as far as this goes, as you can see, the car's jacked up, and we're about to put his new Barton Hybrid 3 shifter in it. So yeah, we'll see you under the car.
So we're working on installing this Barton shifter, as Nick said. Right now I'm climbing up underneath the car. Got my 3/8 impact, the new tool that I mentioned that I was getting. We're gonna see if we can take off just the X pipe essentially and leave the rest of the exhaust on. So that's what I'm gonna do right now, is try to climb up underneath here and see if I can get this unbolted and take it off. And then we can work on undoing the drive shaft and all that fun jazz and get this shifter installed. So enjoy the beautiful shots of me up underneath this car and low crawling backwards on cold concrete. I smell concrete.
Alright, well, we got the exhaust off. Now we're gonna start with the drive shaft. Andy may or may not need to tighten and loosen the or put it in gear, whatever he decides to do, so I can actually get all the bolts off. But
and Nick's gonna keep that footage of me like struggling to get out, because I feel like that looked pretty funny on film.
yeah,
and I know that I'm never gonna hear the end of that, so we might as well keep it in. But now I can laugh at Nick's crawling up underneath.
Choking myself on my hoodie.
I know, that's what I was doing too. That's why I flipped over on my stomach. The big Mac Daddy.
I hate fucking jack stands. Ah! This is stupid. This is taking me way too long to get out from under this car. Ah! Someone help. Well, we just got the drive shaft out, and what do we got left to do? We gotta take down the trans mount so we can actually lower the trans a little, so we can access those last two bolts, and then the whole shifter mechanism will be out and we can throw the new one in. So yeah, enjoy my big ass crawling under this thing.
How's this heater working?
And I don't want to see a bunch of comments saying,
nice ass.
no. Why aren't you using a creeper? I tried. It's not. I'm too thick for that. I need the extra room.
thick, man. I'm thick. Meaty.
We are back from Harbor Freight once again. Because Andy doesn't have any tools, like at all. But we got like 2 bolts left. We got that mount down. And then we can pull the old one out and show you what it looks like all old and crappy. So, yeah. Let's watch Nick crawl under this damn car again. For the millionth time. Yeah. Okay guys, we got the old shifter out. It looks like a piece of crap, which it is. Andy's putting that thing into place. I'm gonna crawl under there now with the creeper because I think there might be enough room now that the exhaust is out of the way.
Before you do that, we can show him the old shifter.
Oh yeah.
Come over there and show him this fucking shit.
I'll go down here. You can just show him in front of the camera.
Yeah. So this is the old shifter, obviously with reverse lockout. I mean, you can just see how far that has to travel. And this is the old shifter. There's the linkage with their grommet thing on there, and this hunk of metal just all loose, and their rubber bushings. I mean, this thing's just, I mean, just a hunk of metal. I mean, there's nothing else to it. It's not a good shifter by any means. So I'm glad this is going out. Unfortunately, the Barton's already in place, so you won't really see it, but just imagine this, but what would you say, like 50 times better? Yeah. Essentially. I mean, that's basically it. So I'm gonna go back over here and help Nick.
Alright guys, we got the Barton in place for the most part. We just gotta, basically with the Barton Hybrid 3, if you don't know what it is, the older Bartons were basically just a replacement for stock, which were still a lot better, but,
Now that like
the Hybrid 3 is different in where you can either body mount it or you can transmission mount it. And I have mine transmission mounted, and really the only other difference is NVH. You get a little bit more vibration out of it, but it's actually a lot better to do it transmission mounted because it doesn't have as much deflection and it won't wiggle as much. It's more solid, it's planted, which I like a lot better. So that's what we're doing for his, but it does come with the option if you wanted to body mount it again. If it was body mount, we'd already be done by now, but
right.
But it's worth it to go through the extra steps. But yeah, we're just gonna set up those arms and then we'll be good to go. So this will probably be the last time you see me crawling under here, and then we're gonna put the exhaust and drive shaft back in. But yeah, so let's get started with that. Alright guys, drive shaft is about in. Once I get that done, we're gonna put the exhaust back up, we're gonna lower it down and get the interior done. So, yeah, let's get this figured out. Alright guys, drive shaft is in now. Just gotta put in his SR Performance X-Pipe. Oh man, I'm tired of laying under this car, I'll tell you that much. Alright guys, the car is finally mostly done. All the stuff under the car is done. Shifter's in. All we gotta do is put the actual shifter itself in.
We're getting close.
But it's basically done. Everything, all the hard work's done. We just gotta plop her in there, bolt her down, 4 bolts, and put the interior back together. Yep, so we're gonna hop in the car and we will see you there. Alright guys, we're in the car. As you can see, there's Barton in that corner. That's the shifter itself, and not the shifter itself, but the mechanism. And then there's the actual shifter.
Oh, I need to put some grease on this, don't I?
No, it's got grease in the hole already.
Oh, so I don't need to put any on here? Okay.
Okay, we got the shifter. We're about to bolt it in here. So you can get it in there. But this is very hard to film, so we'll basically just show you what it looks like once it's all done. Alright guys, we're finally done. As you can see, Andy's playing with his new shifter.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get used to it. It's a little bit different. Obviously, you know, we went with the Barton Hybrid 3. I ended up going with the flat stick. I actually thought that it would kind of fit the interior. It looks a little bit different. The only thing that's really tough is you don't really actually have to push down very hard to get it to go in reverse. I mean, if I'm like, watch this. I'm not even gonna push down. If I just push it over too far, it's in reverse.
See the screen kicking over.
I mean, I feel like you're supposed to push down because it's got movement to it, but obviously it's not working. So like, it's kind of weird because it feels like second should be over here, but it goes first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and then sixth. So I mean, it's like this tight of a gearbox. It feels like, you know, so it's different, especially with not wanting to hit reverse by accident.
Yeah.
But overall, I really like it. I mean, it's nice and tight. There, you know, there's not as much wiggle room to it anymore, and I feel like when it actually does go into gear, it doesn't feel sloppy like the factory. I mean, this thing feels nice and smooth. And I was just telling Nick, I don't feel like I'm reaching over to the glove box to put it in 5th gear. I mean, 5th gear is literally right there. I mean, you saw how hard that was. If I'm driving, boom, 5th gear.
Yeah, but
so that's really nice. And then I'll step out of the car to show you the final thing.
Yeah, that's really it for the shifter, but that was the hard part of everything.
The other thing that we did today,
Yeah.
I'm sure you notice the black seats, so bye-bye to the...
yeah, even the backs. No more peanut butter or...
I forget, I think they were actually called bourbon. That was the color code, it was bourbon. So it was a little bit darker.
Yeah.
So, ended up meeting a guy from Cleveland who wanted them for his, what was his color again?
It's the guard green.
Yeah, guard green. And they looked really good in his car, so we ended up swapping, just an even swap for the black and the bourbon. And it totally completes the look, because like I told you guys before, I want this car to be blacked out with red accents, that's it. So this really makes the interior, especially with that shifter. Like,
especially in person, it really looks really good. And you might not be able to tell, but we also did the door panels as well, because the door panels have white stitching, and his had that.
Yeah, mine had that bourbon,
stitching, so it matches the seat better. So
yeah,
we really just did a full swap for. It's Sunday afternoon, going on 8 o'clock probably by now. I need to go home, go to bed. Andy's holding me here hostage. I've been here since 11 a.m. and it's going on 8 o'clock, so.
I could make a really bad joke right now.
Nope. We're ending the video. But as always, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you comment, like, subscribe. If you haven't done so already, share it wherever you share all the cool shit. But yeah, that's basically it. We're doing the same thing as always, but
now we're gonna clean up.
Yeah, now we're gonna clean up. By we mean him, because I'm going home.
Nick's already done enough.
I've already done enough, yeah.
He was a massive help this weekend, especially coming out as early as you did.
Yeah.
For living farther away. I mean, like I mentioned before, Nick probably lives, now that you're back home,
like
probably
at least 30 minutes.
At least 30 minutes. And we weren't sure what time this guy from Cleveland was going to make it.
Yeah.
And he said around 11 o'clock, so I said, hey man, if you could be here around 11, that'd be great. It was like 11:10 and you were pulling up, and I was like, wow, I didn't expect that. Didn't even get a text or anything, you were just here. I was like, oh, okay. Like,
but,
so
yeah, that's basically it. Like I said, if you guys enjoyed it, make sure to share it and like it and comment and browse the channel.
We still got much more to come.
Yeah, we say that at every video, and we do. It's just
there's always gonna be more.
Yeah, there's always gonna be more. But until next time, we'll see you then. Peace.